Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. This is another Harry Potter month Ask video. Some sad news, this is going to be the final Harry Potter month Ask video. For now, I'm still going to be doing Harry Potter videos, but in terms of a dedicated Harry Potter area towards December was Harry Potter month. Now that's over. This is my last video doing that with this background. So sorry about that. I hope you guys, enjoy that. Again, I had a lot of fun making it, so please tell me in the comments if you had fun, watching it. Again, setting this up as a grand old time and reviewing all these movies, talking about the games, playing Lego Harry Potter, which I'm still doing. I actually just started Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7, and then I figured, hey, you guys wanted this last video, so I know it's a bit late. But here it is. So I'm going to be talking about my favorite and least favorite from Fantastic Beasts and Harry Potter. Now keep in mind that when I say something is my favorite or least favorite of Harry Potter, I don't mean that it's bad or the best thing in the world. Just in terms of these movies, this is simply my opinion. So we're going to start off with Fantastic Beasts, the prequels. My favorite, this is kind of null and void because there's only 2, but my favorite in terms of watchability, like just having pure fun watching, is of course Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is up there. However, the best in terms of directing, acting, editing, composition, music score, everything, is The Crimes of Grindelwald. A lot of people hate this movie. A lot of people said it was a franchise-killing disaster. It is not. It is a franchise saver. If you have not seen my review of all these, again, go watch them. They are not too far back. But yeah, I love Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I really freaking did. I thought this was a fantastic film. Yes, it's a slower movie, and yes, there's not as much action and excitement as the first one, but this really is a fantastic world builder. And yes, I disagree with some of the choices J.K. Rowling, meant when she wrote the script. Again, I mentioned that in my review. This movie really is chock full of exciting scenes, great directing, great acting, great CGI, great everything, really. And by the time you're done, you're wanting more, but everything that's set up in this movie, all these questions, who is Credence, what's going to happen to Newt, Tina, and Queenie, and Jacob, and all them, it's basically answered in this movie. There's a lot of world building, a lot of great stuff in this film, and I cannot wait for Fantastic Beasts 3, even though Johnny Depp is apparently not going to be in it. Apparently that's confirmed, which is kind of a bummer, but yeah. So Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald is a great film, my favorite out of the 2, and I cannot wait for the others. So now we're going to get into my least favorite Harry Potter film. Put that right there. My least favorite. Now again, when I say least favorite, I'm not saying this is a bad film by any means. In fact, I probably gave this movie in somewhere in the A range when I reviewed it. But personally, personal preference, if you're gonna tell me, Franchise Fanatic, which one would you not want to watch out of all these just for fun? It would have to be Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I do really, really love this movie. I think it has great acting, great CGI. Everything's on par here. It's just personally for me, this is the one I'd watch least. If I was in a room and you were like, hey, Franchise, which one do you want to watch? I wouldn't choose this one first. Quite simply because, I don't know, something about it. I really enjoyed it critically. I think it was a great film, but just the fact that Gilderoy Lockhart's kind of goofy and just, I don't know, the effects are kind of weird. The Tom Riddle actor is kind of strange and kind of weird. I do love the practical effects. Again, I don't want to sit here and say, this movie's trash, I hate it, because I really love this movie. But again, personally, it's hard to explain, because I don't hate any of these films. I don't dislike any of these films. So, again, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Again, it's just because, quite frankly, I can't even tell you why. But it's just, if I'm looking at 3, Prisoner of Azkaban, Order of the Phoenix, Deathly Hallows Part 2, even The Sorcerer's Stone, that is the first one that kind of laid the groundwork for all these movies in the Wizarding world. And this is a great successor, but for some reason, it's just not doing it for me, personally. Again, would I rewatch this film? Yes, but this would not be my first choice. And again, I can't really think of another way to tell you that. It's just it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell you. I don't hate it, and I love it, but it's just, if I had to choose, I wouldn't pick that one, just because the other ones, I think, are better, have more exciting things in them. Now, this is my favorite Harry Potter film, personally. So, not critically, not in terms of review, but if you put me in a room and said, Franchise, which Harry Potter movie do you want to watch most first, I would probably have to go with Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix Year 5. I think this is probably my favorite in terms of just wanting to rewatch it. I think that the acting is CGI, everything's on par here. But I love Dolores Umbridge as a character, even though I want to beat the crap out of her. I do think she's a good character. There's not many characters in film which do that for me, where I go, oh, she's not necessarily evil like Voldemort or Death Eater, but she's kind of in that middle ground of, she's basically a biatch, you know what I mean? Like, she's just the equivalent of like some bad teacher you had and you just want to punch her, That's what she's doing. She's in the Lego game too. She's going, ha, making all these weird noises because they don't talk in 5 through 7. It's kind of weird. I love the action scenes. I love the big finale fight scene. I love how they handled Sirius Black's death. The big fight between Albus and Voldemort is really cool too in the Ministry of Magic area. I think the original, the scene where they kind of, Mad-Eye Moody and Tonks and all them, they kind of, I just had that in my first 5 through 7 video, Lego Harry Potter, where they kind of fly in the brooms through the air, through London and all that, and then they arrive in the building, and the building kind of like breaks. I think that is a phenomenal scene. It's really fun. The music's really light. This is my favorite credit scene in any of the Harry Potter movies. The way it's done, the way the music goes, it's really happy and upbeat. Even though this really isn't much of a happy and upbeat film, this is kind of the beginning of the darker Harry Potter films. But I think it's handled in such a good way. So again, practically perfect in every way, I think. And yeah, if you were just tell me, hey, personally, I would choose Order of the Phoenix. Now, in terms of critically, in terms of review, which one I think is the most perfect Harry Potter film in terms of a score I would give it, it's very close between Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 and this one. The only reason I'm choosing this movie is because Part 2 is the end, and of course that's going to be amazing because it's the end. This is not the end, however, it's very close, and this is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. This is a phenomenal film. Acting, everything is across the board phenomenal. I think that this movie is dark, yes. There are some funny scenes in it. However, going forward, I really think that they handled the mature themes and the comedic tones really well. It is the most cinematically rewarding chapter yet, as this dude said. The fight scenes are really great. I think one of my favorite fight scenes in all of the Wizarding World is when the Snatchers are chasing Harry, Ron, Hermione through the woods. There's no action music. There's no da 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 da. None of that. It's just the sound of them stepping on the leaves, grunting, falling. The spells going crazy, explosions. It gives a more intense feeling than, say, Part 2. And even though Part 2 is extremely intense because it's all this world building coming to a close, if Part 2 wasn't the end, and they had, say, the Cursed Child, which I believe is canon, let's just say Part 2 wasn't the end. Let's say Part 2 was like, 6 or 5 or 4 or something like that. I still love it, but the fact that this is just no music and the fact that they just kind of deal with these really harsh realities, and there's a lot of still shots in there where it's just Harry and Hermione talking, or them dancing, or Ron conquering all of his fears kind of in one by destroying the Horcrux with Godric Gryffindor's sword. There's so much to love in this movie. I love it so much. And again, I think this is the best in terms of critically in my reviews. I believe I actually gave this one an A+, because it really is worthy of it. I think this is probably, again, one of these slower Harry Potter films, kind of like Crimes of Grindelwald, but I really did enjoy it. And it kind of, it slowed down the series. The whole Bathilda Bagshot and Nagini fight is filmed fantastically. And, the shot of, like, the chandelier moving, that's one of my favorite shots. It's just, there's so much to love in that film. So, again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is my least favorite. No really reason, just I think the other movies are just better, personally. Order of the Phoenix is my favorite to watch just for fun, but critically I think Deathly Hallows Part 1 is probably my favorite in terms of a review. So anyway, this is it, guys. This is the end of the Harry Potter month saga. I know it was really out of date. I have a new camera now, as you guys know, so hopefully this doesn't mess up. I had a ton of fun setting this up, recording every other day for the films and talking about the game. I'm not done. I'm still doing Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7. If you still want me to talk about certain things in the Wizarding World franchise, Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, tell me in the comments. I will do a video. This does not mean I'm done talking about this franchise because it's a freaking great franchise. And but this does mark this background of me kind of annually talking about it. So again, guys, if you do want me to talk about a certain thing, Hogwarts Legacy, anything like that, tell me in the comments. I had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I think you guys did. I can't wait to talk about more Harry Potter in the future. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.